Hey guys, I am so excited about the Love Lounge with Honey and Banana because this is, yes, the season finale. And I absolutely love the topic that we shall be discussing today. How to spice things up in your relationship. Now, I've got some amazing guests with me today. A very, very talented designer, Mayako, and also YouTuber, Phil. Hello. Thanks for joining me today. Hi.
Hi.
You look so snazzy.
Thank you. You too.
You look so snazzy too, girl.
I was waiting for when my compliment.
Oh, come on. I'm a nice host. I would definitely compliment the
Thank
both of you. Your melanin be popping. Your melanin be popping too.
Thank you.
All right.
You.
So let's go straight into the topic.
Mhm.
How to spice things up in your relationship. First of all, are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not.
So would you say you are one of those people that you just like that single life? You like situationships? You like flings? What is it?
I wouldn't say I like flings, but I really just enjoy being single and have the great sex. I mean,
Okay.
why not if not?
Okay. So would you say you're more of a short-term relationship type of person?
Yes.
Okay, this is a clear case of men has come.
Very
Clear case of it. You enjoy being
necessarily.
single.
Yeah, I do
Short-term relationship, really?
Yeah, I do enjoy being single. 'Cause it's fun, less dramatic.
To be honest, I actually appreciate people like you. You know, from the onset, you know what you like. You know,
Mhm.
as opposed to like you're trying to do something because society
and
says
you're
you
not stringing
should.
someone
Yeah.
And you're
along.
just stringing someone along, exactly. So seeing as you literally kind of mini attacked him,
Yes.
it's safe to say that you are an advocate for long-term relationships. You are obviously a married woman.
Yes.
So that's I love that these are contrasting
Yeah.
guests today.
Mhm.
Okay, so how do you, in a sense, actually spice things up for someone like you that believes in having short-term relationships?
Well, I like to communicate a lot.
Okay.
I like to talk about everything I want to do to you.
So even if maybe the relationship will last for just, I don't know how long they will last. Let's say 2 weeks or 2 months.
We'll talk about
would
it from the
still
beginning.
communicate from the beginning.
Yes.
Perfect.
This might be short term, but this is what I like to do. This is where I like to go. This is what I would like us to try out.
Okay.
I mean, I like you to wear this. I like you to try this out because I'm a fashion stylist and designer. So of course that sort of gives me some. When I see, I'm like, I want to eat this up.
Oh, eat this up. Okay. Love that. But don't you feel that because of these sort of like, when you're in a short-term relationship or quote unquote a fling, I don't want to call it a fling because it's not like you do flings, but just a short term, it's not, it's purely just sex and it's for a very short period of time. Don't you feel like most times people won't be able to really open up as much because it's like, this is just a fling. Why do I have to let this person know all the ways to sort of spice things up? This is not a long-term relationship.
But if I'm going to say something about that, most of the time, when people want to spice things up, they would rather be with someone that they don't even want to see again.
Really?
Yes.
Not in
I don't
my
know,
case, though.
not everybody do, but I can say for sure that there are people who are just maybe bored in their long-term relationship.
I get what you're saying.
There are people also who they don't feel like committing as well. But when they have sex with whoever they meet, they just want to do something, do crazy,
all the things
and just disappear.
so they can enjoy it in that moment.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So when you hear the word spice things up, what sort of examples come to mind?
I'll let her go first.
Okay.
Ladies first.
Okay, for me, I'm not going to say that when I hear spice things up, it's not just sex for me.
Okay.
Yes, so I'm going to take it from the marriage angle.
Yes, please.
As a married person, I'm going to say that there are many things that spice up your relationship or your marriage and everything. And the first one is just doing something spontaneous. It doesn't necessarily need to be sex. Maybe one hairstyle that you have not done before, maybe Rihanna's hairstyle that is trendy.
That you just know,
you
gets
just know
your
that
husband's
like,
attention.
okay, who is this?
You're looking nice,
Who is this? That's one.
Okay.
And then some other romantic things that you can do, like it's not just girls that love flowers. There are guys that also want to be taken to beautiful places.
Yes,
that's
me.
Yes.
Just that's you. Or somebody that
I love the good things. I love the good things of life.
Somebody I like short plans.
In
though.
that short time, take me out to
Take me
nice
out.
places.
Okay.
But for sex, I'm going to say that most times when you want to spice things up, it's good to have a communication about how far you want to go.
Okay.
So that it doesn't, because I'm going to say that people who try to do things out of the blues in maybe long-term relationships or marriages, it doesn't go well almost all the time, in the sense that, where is this coming from?
True.
Did you just have this with someone else?
Wow.
Why are you suddenly wanting to change this, you know? So it's always good to first, you know,
Sort of-
understand if this is something that your partner
Yes,
likes.
and that has really done with communication.
Yes, so yeah,
Okay.
communication.
All right, so if I was to think of some things or some ways to spice things up, people would say, you know, foreplay, BDSM, virtual intimacy.
Oh yes.
Okay, so you say to BDSM. Why?
First of all, I have really low pain tolerance.
Now, most people think that BDSM
It's
is just the pain.
pain.
BD, the BD in the BDSM is actually the bondage. Then the SM is where you have the sadomasochism. Please. But the SM is basically the pain, like, you know.
I don't want to be in bondage.
You don't want to be tied up, blindfolded, handcuffs.
No. But I like to have fun, but I feel like that's extreme.
Okay.
I feel like that's extreme. I feel like there's a way we would be having a nice time and you hit me and I'm like, come back home.
Well, you know that there are people that actually like being like slapped.
I had so,
Yeah,
but
the people that like being slapped
and choked.
and choked
All the best to them,
and like
Sha, but
spat on.
if you slap me,
What?
I
Spat on?
And yes, there are also people that like they call it what's it called? When you sort of degrade them off, skip my mind, but there's actually a word for it, where you just make them feel
Slave
lower
them.
than they are.
Maybe role play.
Well, that's a form of role play too,
Yeah.
in that sense. But I feel like that's when BDSM in role play comes in. So yes, role play is another way. Have you ever partaken in
Well,
role
for
play?
me, for the question you asked now, how I like to spice things up, I really like to do role play. Yeah.
Okay, so who you be playing as?
Let's keep that exclusive.
What is this safe space?
I know. Okay, so I really like to be dominant. So,
Okay.
I like to be in charge. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Like be the king, be the master.
Okay, but you know, when we talk about dominating and submitting, it is also a part of BDSM.
Maybe that's the part I like.
So that's the video. Exactly. I was having this conversation as well with a guest concerning kinks and certain things that people sort of do that are sort of like taboos. I had this discussion, and we said that BDSM is actually a very large spectrum, and that's what I was trying to explain to you earlier. So I guess that's the part of BDSM that you like. You like to be in charge, and then you then bring it in with some role play. I'm sure as a married woman, you've probably had your husband not around with you at some point.
Yeah.
How did you spice things up? How did you keep the fire, the spark going when things like that happen? When distance is an issue in the relationship?
Okay, very fair point. We actually started our relationship in a long distance relationship.
Oh.
And in fact, even now we're still doing different cities.
Oh.
So
Come
on, let us know.
okay. I don't know if I'm going to call it sexting.
Okay.
But there's that. Then also there's the telling you what I'm going to do to you when I finally get to see you.
And I really like that,
Yeah.
I feel it's sort of it sort of really does keep that spice, at least you're not looking forward
Yes.
to
Yeah,
something,
communication.
Yes, that's it.
So that's a good one.
That's
okay.
it. So we're telling when I see you, this is what I'm going to be wearing when you come.
Give
This
us
is what I'm going to
details. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. You're married now. You can share it.
Yes, girl.
Last, Musha knows with your husband.
well, Well, really, but that's pretty much
Really?
That's pretty much what I can say. But yeah, you know, when you start imagining the things that you're going to do when you see the person, it's all in your head. Video calls.
Come on, don't be shy.
Love it.
Okay, yes, video calls. There are times where you're just, you know.
Yeah, you're masturbating or you're, you know, and hey baby, look at me.
I'm sorry, my pastor. I apologize to you for this. I don't used to do this.
But it's so interesting that sex has so much weight sometimes in a weird way. It can become so shameful that even married people don't want to even. It's like you're married. You are in a situation where the world says that it's okay for you to be having sex.
This is the first time I'm being so vocal about sex
really?
In my life. Wow. In my entire life. So it's a lot for me. I won't feel like I'm sharing a lot. So when you're asking me for this, I'm like, this all these things I'm saying is already a lot. But I know that being a married person in a long distance relationship, there are a lot of things that you need to do to ensure that you still have affection for one another. And most of the time, besides being them emotionally and all that, being affectionate has to do with physical touch, you know, sex, you know, all those things. So if you're in a long distance relationship, it's important to keep bringing all those sexual talks and all those things in your relationship so that the person knows that the fact that we're not there physically and having this physical touch doesn't mean that I don't desire to have you, you know.
And I feel like you also give the other person some form of security, knowing that you want them and like somebody else having what you're supposed to have.
All right. Now, well, even with married couples and even with people who are having short-term relationships, there's
just mention my name. I think you look at me, right?
Well, you know, there's always this mention of bringing a third party. Are you a fan of that?
No.
You're not. When it comes to marriage, you feel no. It's just the two
even
of you.
in a relationship, I'm a very loyal person. And when it comes to relationship, especially, even in my friend, I'm loyal to it. But even my friends, don't go and be doing friendship with another person. Talk more of not doing, bringing in. Do you get like talk more of bringing a third party into a sexual, something that should be intimate? I don't subscribe to it at all.
What about you?
I'm a very shy person, so no.
So no.
Yes.
I thought you'd be like, the more the merrier. Let's spice it all up.
Of course, I'd like to do but with one person.
When you say, so you like to just give the spice to one person.
Yes.
You don't necessarily believe the bringing in an extra party, you know,
because it can go south.
Okay. In what way?
You'll not start enjoying the third party more.
Yeah, so because I feel like it'll be awkward if I'm with someone and then you bring a third party and then the person's getting it better from. I'm like, okay, so what should I be doing?
Oh, you'll be like, you didn't do this with me. Why are you doing it with this person?
Yeah,
true.
After I eat, there's gonna be problem. We're gonna sit down and talk about it.
Do you subscribe to? Okay, even if the person is not there, your partner knows that I'm bringing in someone else.
No, I don't.
Because I want to spice things up.
If I tag you, my partner, it's going to be you and I. So if it's a function of we've had the conversation now, okay, from the beginning, we're just going to be sleeping with each other, it's fine. You can go and get it from us. Why not? Since take it to the street, and I will take mine to the street too.
Okay. So role play, as you have mentioned, is another way. You know, the thing about role play is that it's also quite extreme. There are people that would say that before you do anything, you must put God in the equation.
Wow.
So people would say, like, you know, bringing in, you know, like God and praying before the deed is done. At least, you know, could also be a way of like spicing things.
So
up. Playing gospel music while you make love.
I'm a Christian. I don't just for some weird way, because I feel like if I'm having sex right now, it's illegal for me.
Illegal? Yes. It's not a crime, my dear.
It's fornication.
Fornication in the Bible.
According to our master Jesus.
So to now put my God while I'm 40k.
Okay, I get that. I get that.
That's the lot.
But me, Sha,
For her, make it talk while you're doing it.
you were asking for detail. Let me give you detail.
Okay,
here.
please.
So, say, talk to me, mommy.
Talk to me, mommy.
You're killing me.
Talk to me.
You're killing me.
So, really, yeah, early morning sex, usually.
I should have probably prayed before that, right?
So, here's where I'm going to. You are just praying to your God.
The next thing, you don't
In
have
the
your
early
husband.
hours of
You
the
don't
morning.
like this. Stop you.
Somebody will just touch you.
Wow.
And music is playing in the background.
Wow.
And that music is for Jesus.
Oh.
What happens?
Are you now going to say, Jesus is here? Let's
I
go.
cannot
Take
do
the
it.
wheel, Jesus. Take the wheel, Lord.
Jesus, as we are about to do this, we commit it to your hands.
We sanctify it. Oh, yes.
I love it.
From your point of view, it's perfect.
So
makes
yeah,
sense,
there's
no?
that.
Yeah,
there's
that's
that.
sad.
Yeah. And also, I heard AY saying in one of his shows that, that when you're looking for a child, you will know that that sexting that you're doing is not the sexting. He waited for 13 years before he had his first child. And in situations like that, you need to come and say, Jesus, now that I'm about to
Please let
this yam done.
Yes.
And when you finish pounding the yam, you say, Lord, I present it to you.
Please.
So what are you saying?
I love it.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Yeah. So it's
agree.
fornicators like you that need to.
Oh my God. God is constantly working on me. He is. He's changing me.
Okay, so do you think that you've ever maybe been in a relationship with anyone that sort of shared a way that they would like to spice things up, and you were like, what?
Oh yes.
This is not spice, so this is
Yes.
something bitter. It's not nice.
I have.
Okay.
So
what was that?
The person wanted me to pee on them, and for some weird reason.
So that was a kink.
Yeah, it said golden
Golden
shower.
showers.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I'm like, no, I can't do this.
Ew.
There's no how I'll do this to you and see you the same. I'm going to do it and then stand up and leave the room.
Right.
I'll never speak to you again. And people are like, no, this is what I love. I'm like, it can't be what you love. Oh.
You people are loving things.
I can't love this. Why?
Why you?
It just, even after the conversation, things just went cold.
Really?
Because we didn't agree on that point, and that person really loved it. So things went cold.
Okay.
It went cold.
So what about you? When it comes to marriage, do you feel that people who are married should definitely communicate ways that they personally feel that they can spice things up?
Definitely.
But then what about if a situation now comes where you want the golden shower, but your husband say,
no, now you people have to meet yourselves halfway.
Okay, how would you meet your husband?
It's either you do it or you don't in that situation.
Well,
or just pee on me small.
Or it doesn't have to be pee. It can be another
it can
sort of,
be, yeah.
I don't know, liquid.
I know that.
But where?
Yeah, you can use something else.
Okay, pure water.
It's a pure water.
You can say, okay, instead of my pee, can I use lacasera? I lose it.
Okay,
I don't think that's the solution.
Or just pee on me small.
It looks like urine.
Just pee on me
So small.
Oh no, you could actually do the whole peeing, but maybe I feel like in situations like that, maybe what should be asked is, why necessarily do you want this? And then if you really do care about the person, you could, as you said, meet halfway. Like I feel like for me.
Your turn.
No. It's not like golden shower is my thing. But I just feel like if I was in a situation where I feel like I have to meet, my partner in the middle, maybe you could just move it to the bathtub because sometimes some people think, I don't want to do this because it's dirty, or how will I clean myself after, or whatever. So maybe it's to just maybe move it to the shower. At least maybe you think what is being poured on you is actually water.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the way.
But I can never understand that.
Me too.
Yeah, well, to be honest, me neither. But then again, a lot of people also argue that. So what's the difference between squirting and being peed on? If you want to be splashed,
I don't want that too.
You don't really like. You don't like
So I
squirting.
don't.
Okay, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Most people would say, like for me, when I hear spice things up, actually, I think there's maybe there's something that's lacking, you know, so that's why you need to now spice. Maybe you guys have sort of become a bit disconnected, so you need to bring it back. So when do you think, you know, you should spice things up? Is it when it now becomes sort of knowledge to you, let's say, that you know, your partner would want this instead or want that? Or is it from the beginning, from the onset, constantly working on ways to spice things up?
Do you want to go first?
You go first.
Okay.
To be honest, I wanted you to go first.
Oh, really? Okay. For me, I have earlier established that I was in a long relation. Like, me and my now husband dated for like 6 years or 7 years.
That's strong, bro.
Yes. We started dating from like uni days.
Wow.
Yes. So then got married. And for me, I'm a type of person that I love to spice things up every time. That's me.
There doesn't need to be a problem before you.
Nothing. I can just wake up now and say, I'm traveling to this place to go and surprise my husband. I'm going to his office today to go and surprise him with lunch. I could have just sent the delivery person, but I'll go myself. You know, some of all those type of things. So I'm that type of person. So anytime is okay to spice things up. However, in every relationship, a time will come, especially when it's long term, a time will come in the relationship that it looks like, man, everything is just low, the battery is low, the mood, the energy, the chemistry,
so you now
affection.
Need to
now
spice,
you will now need to spice things up. And it's good to be creative. When you want to spice things up, don't do something that you have done before. That's not really spicing things up, in my opinion. If you want to do something and say you're spicing things up, go overboard, like do something you have not done before. And it doesn't necessarily need to be expensive. It doesn't necessarily need to be extreme as well, but something just really different, you know. So yeah, that's what I think.
And what about you?
I think at intervals, just try new things.
So you like that new things idea?
Yeah, I feel like that's great. I also don't like when you do too much. So
you have to keep that balance.
Yeah, not all the time, because sometimes
can't be spicing it up every day.
Like, because in the case of when you come back from work tired, but you want to just have
normal vanilla sex, like people have called it. You know, a few guests have called it vanilla sex, just normal sex. You don't need to have a shower sex. It's okay.
Then you now bring
so every time I want to flip
so like
understand.
So I feel like moderately you should at intervals.
All right, now you know, for a fact, spicing things up is a huge spectrum. What's the one thing that's okay? Well, you did say not golden showers, but you know, especially when it comes to sex in public, do you think that is a way that you could spice things up for you personally?
I think it's a great way, but I don't think it's something I would do in my right sense.
So you need some intoxication.
Yes.
What? Like libido boosters?
Maybe that, and maybe be drunk.
Okay, so intoxication.
Yeah, because in my right sense, I'll be calculating what if someone sees us, what someone films this, how would it go. So I'll probably do it maybe when I'm drunk, and I wouldn't care about it because I was drunk.
What about you?
Okay, for me, I don't know about public spaces, but something that I and my partner would do, me and my husband, when we are in an entirely different place that is not home, is always different. You know? Okay. You know, so it's nice when we're just, you know, sometimes the space is not so comfortable how do I put it now? Like, it's not your home, it's not your space. And you know that maybe the person will come in like 30 minutes. You know?
Okay. So yeah, one of those. There was almost a cut. You like that? Okay, that's interesting.
So yeah, there's that too. So, but public spaces, like, please, hide me outside.
Sex toys is a way, like, you know, like you always see these sex toys being sold online, where you have, you know, those remote control vibrating panties or all that. Do you think that's something that you'd like to partake in? In public, you're just chilling, and next thing you're like, and your husband is in the corner just pressing
I think I
buttons?
like to do it for fun.
You like to do it to someone, yeah?
I don't think I would like it, and it's not something I even want to try.
Why?
Because the sense that I have is just like, what if fire just starts coming out of this thing?
Culture is on fire!
That is hilarious. So you are even more not necessarily as concerned about the pleasure
At all.
but, or the kinkiness of it or the freakiness of it. You're more
With
concerned about
batteries.
but it's battery, exactly.
you know, batteries explode. You know,
Fair.
you just hear that something is
But
exploding from
that
somewhere.
one won't explode, Joe. You won't explode.
We can't be too sure. No, please don't play. Don't play. Don't play.
All right, now and you did sort of touch on the ideas of using. Well, I did. I brought it up, and you were like, yeah, okay, open to the idea of using libido boosters, aphrodisiacs. Would you say that these are definitely good tools to spice things up?
Yes, as long as I'm buying it for myself, not you bringing it to me.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
You don't.
We are in dangerous times.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say yeah, okay.
Because someone can give you something. Because I know myself well. I know what I can react to. So what if my babe doesn't know what can trigger me? That can
But
go
what
south.
if she also does for herself?
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll talk about it. Okay, babe, you're going to take a lion's pee today to spice things
A
up.
lion's pee.
I will take a dragon's pee. So that works for me. Let's both take it. I will take it for each other. So not like someone's lying to the other. Of course,
Okay.
definitely. Definitely. I like that.
What about you? Do you think libido boosters, aphrodisiacs, those sorts of things should also be introduced in marriages?
If it's
to spice
something
things up.
that they don't mind, it like they have conversations and it's okay, that's fine. But I don't subscribe to it.
Really?
I don't.
Why?
It seems like you really like this holy fuck. But you know what? I can actually relate to that
But
line. Should I tell you why?
Why?
The reason why is there's some situations where I feel like even maybe you get some great pussy or you get like great dick and you just have to just thank God. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh Lord.
I'm telling you.
I'm grateful for this coach. This one is blessed.
Yes, I've heard people say that oh my God, like when I was done, I'm like, oh yeah, I've heard that. But why I don't subscribe to all those things is majorly because I'm concerned about what goes into my
your body.
Yeah, so I don't trust them. I don't see any aphrodisiac
What
thing
of the
that
natural
I trust.
ones? I know there are natural ones. Like we say, we'll take
natural aphrodisiacs, things you can
I
drink,
remember, yeah.
like
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 fruits.
what?
yes, fruit.
That's
Okay,
fruits that
and-
do boost your libido. So.
And that's okay.
certain foods as
Yeah, I
well.
had pineapple and that's okay. Let's just have some pineapples.
So the coochie.
It tastes good apparently. Makes you taste very good. For both male and female apparently.
Oh really?
Mhm.
Pineapple to the rescue.
Now the thought of pineapples reminds me of this song that Rick Ross sang. What's it called? Diced pineapples. So it's very interesting how music also can, in a sense, also play a role.
Very important.
Yes.
role.
Yeah.
So
Very-
I am the type of person that has to have sex with some good music.
Yes, because I will. Because I feel like when everywhere is
Silent.
people will hear what's going on.
Where's the music loud?
Yes.
Boom, boom,
Yes.
heavy bass. So wait, can you have sex to amapiano?
But I will do that. Well, I can. It will be fun. I mean, trying something new.
Yeah, why
Of course.
not? Yeah, why not?
Okay.
What about you?
For me, I'm a very romantic person.
Aw, so you like your R&B.
R&B, give me
Hello.
some R&B. So when I listen to the song any other time, I just remember
that.
Ooh,
That fuck
true.
was sweet.
because if I use a piano,
Every time you enter the club, you'll be like, you won't know which one. What's okay? Do I have to remember the dance moves or do I have to remember the fuck I had?
true that.
Interesting,
Yeah,
interesting.
that's it for me.
So now, even with music, music definitely would appeal to the, your
ears.
Your ears. It's quite interesting that when it comes to spicing things up, you can also even just use the general senses. What you smell. What you can taste.
Yeah.
What you see. A lot of people, whenever they want to sort of set the mood right.
Mhm.
You know, they work with like lighting.
The blue light.
Yes.
My favorite.
They work with the petals and
Mhm.
candles.
For the
Yeah.
married.
Mm.
Mm.
So do you do that?
Well, I've not
you?
done that yet.
Yes.
But,
Okay.
But it's not something that I'm not open to.
Open to do.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll do.
Yeah, especially
I'll do
like
that,
just imagine the
definitely.
whole scenario. You've got the petals, you've got the
Mhm.
candle, you've got
Wine.
wine for the
But
taste.
we do candles though. And
Yeah,
Okay.
candles.
Yeah, candles.
Okay.
That one, you know, they are not okay. Well, for some people, maybe they have to go out of their way, but candles are things that we already have in our home.
Yeah.
So sometimes, you know, when the candle just comes on, you're just like, okay.
You already know what time
you
it is?
know it is 6 o'clock.
I see.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah.
lovely. All right, like I feel that we have had the most interesting conversation.
Ooh.
And I really love the fact that it's like sort of from, you know, opposing views,
Yes.
but nonetheless there is there are lots of similarities. You know,
Yeah, right.
it seems like there's some things that you consider as you never do when it comes to spicing things up. And
Yeah.
you also agree.
Yes.
Mm.
So
High five on that.
so it goes to show that whether you are in a long-term relationship or short-term,
Mhm.
nonetheless, there are definitely many ways that you can spice things up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely.
Now, I have to just thank you guys for coming on the show because this is officially the last episode.
Oh, you kept the best for the last.
I really did.
Yes.
Season finale, and it is so awesome that, you know, I've been able to have these really fantastic conversations.
Yeah.
And yes, shout out to you guys
Thank you
for
so
being
much.
my last guest.
Thank you. Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you.
me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So on that note, yes, guys, you heard right. We're about to wrap things up for good, but maybe not forever. On the Love Lounge with Honey and Banana. Hoping that you've enjoyed all the conversations that we've had so far, all 12 episodes. And yes, I guess this is my time to sign out finally for this season. Catch you guys next season.